Hello, everybody. Hello, Poke.
Hello, everyone.
This would have been recorded sooner.
I was watching two hamsters in a yogurt pot. I'd love to say that's not a lie, but it's looping on. They're so cute. I lied. They're two yogurt pots, but it's also two hamsters. I'll drop a link somewhere.
We have literally been sat here chewing the fat for an hour and haven't recorded a thing.
Nothing. We just wasted an hour's worth of probably the best podcast you'll never listen to.
Yeah, the best podcast you'll never listen to. Episode 1. So we're going to try and make this one better than that was, but we'll see because it's late.
What time is it? It's 1:15.
1:15, and I've got an 18-hour stream starting at 10 a.m.
Oh,
baby.
I switched my days off. I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, that's clever. That's clever.
Very smart, I thought.
Yeah, we're going to have to start recording this on a Monday night from now on.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm working on a Tuesday. That'd be irresponsible. I got 18-hour streams on the Tuesday. I can't do that.
It's fine. I could do 18 hours or 6 hours sleep.
I will, in way of an apology, come by and torment you at some point tomorrow.
Oh, good. Lovely. Make it early so I'm better rested to deal with you.
If you can maybe DM me your picnic break schedule, I'd like to be involved in that. Thank you.
Okay, good. Yeah, we can make it work.
Did you ever find those scotched eggs?
I did find the scotched eggs. I found a pack of 4 for £1. I don't think they're free range.
Wow, I don't think they're eggs, mate. Or not chicken eggs, at least.
I prefer a free range egg.
You should definitely have a free. You ain't getting a free range egg, mate.
No, I don't believe that I am.
That is.
But that's how we live that life. That's fine. It's not gonna.
Oh! In the week, I bought some Weet-Bix. I bought some tomato ketchup.
Did you try them?
No, of course not. Oh. Why would I try that? I didn't buy any Weet-Bix. I didn't buy ketchup. I knew you'd believe me. I knew you'd be ready to believe me.
I wish you'd try them. Open your palate, Heston Blumenthal style.
I bought that pie in a can, and I bought a can opener. I still haven't eaten that. You've got no chance of eating Weet-Bix.
You should have tomorrow. I'm doing an 18-hour stream. Tomorrow, come into my stream whilst eating the Freibentos. That's what you should do. You should take your day off and you should not spend it constructively at all.
Really enjoy it with a
just enjoy it with
pie
a Freibentos
and an overly tired streamer.
Yeah, get into the mood. You know, you'll be fine.
What's your plan tomorrow? What's your plan?
I'm playing some Destiny 2 and whatever. I want to finish Gears of War 4. I was really surprised by that series, you know. It's one of those series that you're like, I wish I'd played this sooner in my life.
It looks good, and I've never really played it.
Yeah, it suits me down to a T. It suits me down to a T. It's over the top gore.
See, I remember now. I'm getting flashbacks to remember when you told me that Doom was good.
Yeah.
Not sure I should try Gears of War.
Well, you're probably not going to like it because you enjoy more of a softer game.
It's a softer game for soft people like me.
My Time at Portia. You know, something along those lines.
I wish I'd played that just to say yes, but I've never.
I've played it. I played My Time at Portia.
Because you're a big softie at heart.
Yeah, it must be that.
I always seen you playing Minecraft.
My daughter plays Minecraft on the Switch. I've never played it. It does look interesting to me though.
I've had too many hours of that. Been playing.
Yeah, I can see why.
I built a tower.
I wouldn't know where to start. You give me a pickaxe and I'd probably panic.
I built a tower. I put a little dungeon with a man in it.
That's good. Yeah, good. That's just what you need. Towers and slavery, great.
Towers and it's not really doing anything without.
You're Minecrafting back to the dark ages.
It's not really. I'm not enslaving him to do anything. He's more captive than slave. He's mostly my prisoner. He lives under the ground. He's what I like to consider an emergency. He's an emergency man in case I need one.
Right.
I don't know what that's for. I don't know what emergency will come up, but mate, mark my words. One day you're going to need a man. And I will be able to provide.
I think we're back on slavery.
It's getting weird again.
I can't say this. I don't know how. We'll just hope for the best. It'll be fine. I don't have a game plan. I never do when I do these long streams. I always play Destiny 10 a.m. till 12:30. Like every day I stream, I always do that. So
yeah, it's good to have some stability.
I like to keep that up, but I keep my stuff open. Otherwise, I'm forever doing the content creator thing where you war between playing one game and getting extremely good at it and so on, and then bumping around the games. And September's coming. Every content creator is going to be broke unless they play Fortnite. In which case they'll be all right.
Everyone's going to be broke in the next couple of days. There's too many games. Too many games. You know how we've been complaining there's been not enough games for the last 2 years, and now there's too many games this week.
It's just too many. I mean, let me get my diary. What have we got?
Let's ration them out a little bit. We have crossover on what we like. So we both can play.
We do with some of them, but not as much as you would think.
Gears. We both love Destiny. But there's
Okay, so
definitely
we got-
some games that I'm going to play that you aren't, and vice versa.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We've got Blair Witch that releases on.
I'm going to be all over that.
I don't know whether is that tomorrow or Friday. I'm not sure. I've got it down as
30th.
Friday, the 30th. Yeah, that's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to release on Friday. That's coming. That's straight to Game Pass on PC and Xbox. By the way,
I'm loving that that's coming straight to the Game Pass.
well, I bought it on Steam because
What?
me and Alisana share a games library, and she's going to play it for her YouTube channel. So I bought that for sharing, and I share with my friend Tojam as well. So I bought that for
am I literally the only person you're not sharing with? Because this is now starting to hurt.
No, there's like a bunch of people in the world, and I share with 2 of them. Calm down. Don't be needy.
Neither of those 2 people are me, and I don't want to be needy about it. But
so we got Blair Witch on the 30th. Gears 5. If you've got Game Pass Ultimate on Friday the 6th of September, you can play Gears of War 5.
Nice.
If you don't have Ultimate, you can play it on the 10th.
What if you've got Game Pass? You don't know the answer to this. I don't know why I'm asking. What if you've got Game Pass on the Xbox, but not Ultimate? You still get to play it early?
No, as I understand it, it's just an
Ultimate.
Ultimate bundle. As I understand it currently, yes.
I mean, I've got Ultimate,
I suppose
everyone's
there's
going to get that.
I suspect they're going to do a, if you pre-ordered it, you get early access thing as well. I'd imagine that deal exists. Kind of feels like that.
That's Friday.
What else have I got? So that's Friday the 6th. Yeah.
Exciting times.
Very exciting times. Yeah, very exciting times. Looking forward to what comes that week. Now, here we go. On the 10th of September is a game coming out called Greedfall. Right, have you come across this Greedfall? Yeah.
I'm totally not going to Google it.
It's one of these games that I think is going to have slipped under a lot of people's radars, but basically it's like a medieval RPG type, but it's showing some real promise, man. And I'm getting a lot of people asking about it. So I think that's going to be one to keep a little eye on. The problem is there's no time. There's just no time.
There is no now. No, there was if they'd have released it a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
If this had come out in August, the entirety of the month of August in my diary is blank. Nothing came out that I was really interested in, personally.
Yeah, no, I made that right. Other than the last couple of days, nothing grabbed me.
Yeah, maybe the last week there's been some stuff. I mean, Wreckfest came out that I enjoyed playing more than I thought I was going to enjoy.
It looked really fun when you were playing it. I didn't picked it up on the PlayStation today.
Yeah, it's a very it was a very social one. That's what I liked about that one. You know, big lobbies, 20 car lobbies and stuff. So you can just get a bunch of people in. So if you want a social game, it's a real good one, you know?
I think that's a good thing. I'm getting really into social streams. Social gaming streams are becoming more and more part of my week.
I think that's a good thing. I do. I think as long as you're not running it like a chicken factory and these are people that you genuinely enjoy playing with, you know.
It's difficult with streaming because there's a place when it comes to growth for open lobbies. And if you want to play Fortnite and be open lobbies, out to you. It's up to you. You're gonna hate your life, but I mean, deal with it.
Yeah.
But if that's how you want to grow, then that's fine. You're gonna have a large amount of people want to come through. Sustainability might not be there. It's not really for me. I do like to lock mine to that these are people that I see every single day. Like I play Dead by Daylight. Who I've been playing with about 8 people, and I see every single one of them every day. And when we're not playing Dead by Daylight, they're telling me how much better they're going to be at Dead by Daylight, to the point where I've multiple times caught them practicing together because they want to beat me.
But that's cute.
They're the worst players in the world. Yeah, you heard me, guys. They're the worst players. You can imagine. They're not
going to be soon, are they?
Nah, they suck. They're going to continue to suck. You all suck.
They have more time than you.
Yeah, but they still suck.
You're a gaming content creator. They have more time to play games than you.
It's absolutely as it is. They're I'm loving that it's bringing people together on and off stream, but you've got to have that group. It's no good doing open lobby on that. I'm such a good winner at it. You can imagine. I'm very.
I wouldn't
modest.
play Dead by Daylight with you. That's for damn sure.
Oh my word! If I beat you, you'd never hear the end.
No,
of
you
it.
do the digital equivalent of teabagging all the time. It's just too much for the soul.
I would literally create a podcast so that 12 weeks in, I could tell everyone how much you suck.
I mean, I do my Destiny 2 streams in the morning. I've been doing a lot more with bringing a few people in on that. You know, we've been
really
getting.
Good game for that.
I've been running with a crew. It's it feels good. You know, it's nice to play with people.
Got a group.
Yeah, we have got a clan, the Yorkshire Tea Party. It's a wonderful group. Shout out to them. Big shout out to them.
Really not surprised that's what it's called.
I didn't name it. It's not my clan.
Oh, really?
One of my viewers made it and he named it that.
One of your acolytes.
And, one of my people, one of my peeps Yeah, I was pleased. So yeah, this Greedfall game, I want it. I want to play it. I want it to be a thing. And I'm looking at the schedule and there's no time. There's just nowhere I can put this game. We've got Gears 5 coming out on the 6th, right?
Yep.
I'm not going to be able to play that till the Sunday because I have to bounce clubs Friday, Saturday night, but that's the situation. Then on Friday the 13th of September, Borderlands 3 is going to drop.
Yeah, that's going to suck a lot of time out of your life.
It is, because Borderlands, I didn't enjoy the pre-sequel as much. It was done by a different studio, and the humor didn't translate well to me. But Borderlands 1 and 2 are some games that I enjoy. I just enjoy. I like the quirky characters. I like the cheesy one-liners. I like
it's silly and fun.
It is. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly me, silly and fun. So I think Borderlands 3 will be a big part of my life. I want it to be. I want it to be. I actively want it to be a big part of my life. I hope it is. And I think that's it for September. Have you got anything else in September that you're waiting for?
I have a couple at the end of this month. Man of Medan.
Yes, the psychological horror story, right?
Yeah, that's by the same people who made Until Dawn.
Until Dawn, yeah.
Which was one of my favorite.
I saw that at EGX. I saw that at EGX, but I didn't spend a lot of time there. It didn't.
I spent my entire time.
I don't think I knew what it was. Yeah, I don't think I knew what it was.
I saw immediately who had made it, and I saw, I'd say, probably 4 or 5 seconds of footage, and I went out of my way to keep my back to it the entire weekend.
And now you're here ready for it, right? Because it's been getting a good amount of hype. Everyone seems to be ready for it.
I'm not looking at any reviews. I'm not looking at any streams. I'm not looking at any early access. Nothing on it at all. I'm not on stream tomorrow, and it will be the stream that I start on Friday. So there's very little chance of it being too spoiled for me by then. I mean,
you should be fine with that.
Some idiot's going to come in at the beginning and say, "Hey, this person dies at the end," and
they always do that
because that's the price of being a content creator. Up beyond that, I'm pretty sure we should be good.
Yeah, you should be all right with that one.
Yeah,
I haven't got anything for the rest of September after that. So my September is going to be a mix of Destiny 2, Gears 5, and Borderlands 3 in roughly that order.
But that's gonna take up the time anyway. Right? Yeah, Borderlands, and if you gave me Borderlands on the 1st, I would expect to be able to fill most of the month up with Borderlands. Given that the game is as good as it should be. Yeah, I don't.
They're promising a lot of horde mode, survival style, holdout game modes, which you get a couple of mates in there, and that's fun. Talking about the co-op gaming stuff, you get a couple of mates in there on that, and that's hella fun. Yeah, it's good. It's also I don't know if you picked up on this. You have a Fortnite creator code, an Epic creator code, right?
No.
Okay, you should get one. Epic have done a deal with them. Anyone who uses a creator code to buy Borderlands 3 gives 20% kickback to the creator code, not 5, which I thought was a hell of a tactic.
That's Epic. Impressive. Yeah, well, the Epic are super smart. They know what they're doing. They're trying to buy into the market that is dominated by someone else. It's something that is. It's just it's a smart business. It's the same as Mixer picking up Ninja. It's just you finding a creative way to take a big bite out of you, out of the big dog.
Competitors, Apple. Yeah. I'm quite interested in that. I think that's quite nice. 20% kickback's a lot.
20% is huge. Too much. If they said 10%,
hopefully that'll sell some nice units. I don't know if it's peer to peer again, Borderlands. I hope it's not, but
Destiny's peer to peer, isn't it?
No, Destiny's peer to server. It's a server-based one. It works quite well. But Borderlands always suffered with networking problems, especially recently. Like the recent stuff, the remasters and stuff had really bad problems. But I don't like peer-to-peer stuff when you're streaming because it puts extra stress on if you end up being the host.
Mm-hmm. Extra
stress on your connection, which because you're uploading as well can cause some problems. I'm not really a fan of that, so I'm hoping that's not the case. But I'll research that in time for the next podcast. There's a game coming out on the 24th of September called The Surge. You ever play The Surge?
I've heard. I've read the words of The Surge earlier. Tell me about The Surge.
Well, I'm pretty sure The Surge is currently on.
It's on PC, right?
Game Pass. I don't know if it's.
I think
it's on Game Pass. So The Surge is on Game Pass. So imagine Dark Souls sci-fi. That's what The Surge is.
I can just imagine me crying. Surge, it's The Surge 2 you're talking about, yeah?
The Surge 2 is what's getting released, yes, but the original one is on
On Game Pass,
It's just about to go to Game Pass
which is
at some
super
point. I
smart.
think it's actually already on there. This is May, so this says it's May, so it's already on there. So you'll be able to play that one on there.
Dark
But
Souls,
yeah, sci-fi Dark Souls. It's interesting. It's definitely an interesting one.
It's been the Dark Souls model seems to be popping up more and more.
Very much
different,
so, yeah.
But different styles. That you had like that Neo, and
Yeah, there was Neo. There was Sekiro, which was the samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Neo was the futuristic samurai, wasn't it?
I didn't play it because it was like Dark Souls, and I remember crying over Dark Souls multiple times. Dark Souls is the game that I used to have to go and sit on the stairs in the middle of streams because I was getting so angry.
It's a lot.
It's too much sometimes.
So then the Surge is the sci-fi, and then Remnant has come out.
Remnant,
holding.
that's the one. Yeah,
Remnant Rise from the Ashes is still holding on Twitch currently.
Was described to me as Destiny. If Destiny met Dark Souls, I don't know if it's exactly what it is, but that's what it was described.
To be honest, you've seen Hunt Showdown, yeah?
Yes, I love Hunt Showdown. It's a great game.
I think it's more Hunt Showdown meets Dark Souls, but
okay,
maybe it's currently holding 5K viewers on Twitch, Remnant already. But I wonder if that's going to be speedrun community already.
I would think that'd be quickly grabbed up by the speedrunning community.
Yeah, because Dark Souls isn't it? It's one of the most popular speedrunning games. Borderlands and Dark Souls.
Yeah, you got people with no hit runs and stuff.
Yeah, no bonfire runs. One of my old friends did a no bonfire run and then never played the game again after it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Burned him out, man. And then October is, of course, Shadowkeep, which is huge for me. A big Destiny expansion. Really, really looking forward to it.
Be a big one.
From what I'm hearing from the Fireteam podcast and stuff, the Destiny podcasts, a lot of people are seeing this as a new title, like a new game. They're not,
really?
They're not even saying it's just an update. They're saying so much is changing with the way everything works. It's effectively a complete reinvention, a complete remaster of Destiny 2.
I think that's good because Destiny 2 has some fairly significant issues.
Yeah, the pursuits, right? The pursuit system is not great.
As a core, it's an amazing game. And I've loved the story and I've loved the personalities that are in it, and the gunplay is amazing. There's so much about it that's great. The lore is so deep.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do with it. I hope it delivers because I really enjoy Destiny.
Of attention on it.
If anybody ever accused me of having a main game, Destiny 2 is probably it now.
It's your most consistent game.
Yeah, most hours by nearly 3,000 minutes.
You're quite new to it as well.
I played Destiny 1 on the PlayStation when Taken King came out. I played that. And then I got Destiny 2 on release on the PlayStation, played it to max level, and then never touched it again because there was nothing to do. It was all a bit pointless. So.
When Destiny hits the wall, it hits the wall hard.
Yeah, and it did. It really did. And I just never went back to it. And then, do you know what made me rebuy it? Remember when they gave it away free? Remember when they gave it away free?
Mm-hmm.
That's what got me back into it. They gave it away free on Blizzard, and I tried it. And within 3-4 weeks, I'd already bought the DLC and was ready to go. I now own all of it.
Never takes long to suck me back into it. I go through phases, and always have since Destiny 1, where I'll play it obsessively for months, and then I'll not play it for 2 months, and then I'll get heavily back into it again.
Well, Shadowkeep will be a big push for that.
Mm-hmm. It's the same with all sorts of people, like with WoW, and you get people go through those same cycles with those sort of
they're about to go through an entire life cycle again, aren't they?
They've had that big vanilla launch. Is it vanilla launch?
A classic launch. The classic MMO is not a new model. EverQuest have done it. RuneScape have done it. What else did it? There was another game that did it. It's not jumping at me. EverQuest did it. They called it Legacy, and they bought out servers that were on the 1.0 patch with some quality of life changes to try and draw in old players again.
Yeah, because you can't just upload the old game, because the version of WoW that they're running at the moment is what, 2004, 2006? I think 2004.
I think so.
I mean, that's a 15-year-old game. There's game mechanics have moved on. You can't play a 15-year-old game now. It feels clunky. It feels wrong. There's the way it would have.
Yeah, I don't know what they've changed in WoW Classic compared to that original game. Everybody I've spoken to and everybody I've asked, they're saying they're really enjoying it. They're saying it's feeding the nostalgia beast that they wanted. All of that is part of the experience, and they seem to. I mean, it's holding now. It's over 300,000 views. It has been most of the week. It knocked. Well, Fortnite was down to 100K viewers.
It's dwarfing the other games.
Yeah, it really is. It's hit hard. I mean, even on Mixer, it has a hot presence. Mixer trends tend to be quite different.
Very, very different. And it's still, if you take out sort of music games, it's still top row very much. So.
Yeah, it's still holding well with 2.3K viewers. You know, it's doing well, which is good to see, because it's nice to see something take on the BRs on Mixer and actually look like it might stand a chance. You know.
Well, I think that if you look at the next at least next month, maybe next quarter, with the games that are coming out having a little bit more time investment involved in them. So you've got Destiny, you've got Borderlands, you've got Gears of War. None these aren't, as a streamer, I don't know, you look at them, but I look at games as this is going to be my month, this is going to be 2 streams, this is going to be 1 stream. I allocate a number of streams, and that's how I sort of do a cost in benefit whether or not I should buy a game. If a game's £60 and I'm going to get 20 minutes out of it, I'm not going to buy it. But if I'm going to get 2 months out of it, I'll definitely put the money in. And they're all, for me, they're all going to be the longer form streams. They're going to be, people are going to be playing them every day. And a month, realistically, is enough to kill a genre. If people might not go back, they probably will. There's no doubt about it. But if people switch over to those 3 games for a month, that means there's a lot of a bite of the BR viewership.
Yeah.
And player bases are going to come out.
I
So
think
hopefully we'll
mix
mix
things up.
I
mean,
and we need that.
There are no new BRs coming that we're aware of.
There's a couple of games with game modes, but there's nothing. There's no IP specific that we know of.
No, the only thing is COD, Modern Warfare, and they've already said that their Battle Royale's not coming out on release. And they're releasing it as a standalone system, and it's probably coming out next year.
It's not going to have the same impact as when Black Ops had BR. It's not a new game type. It's just a game type within it now. It's almost going to be expected going forward that it's going to have a BR.
I wonder if it's because the devs have given up trying to take on Fortnite or something else.
Well, it's difficult to do something innovative and safe at the same time, which is stupid, I realise to say, because innovative is never safe. But if you look at things like, what was that game that we were talking about before? The one that was going to have 1,000 people, Mavericks?
Oh, Mavericks, was it? Yeah, the one that fell.
They tried to do something random. They tried to do something innovative, and they just got crushed under the weight of it. So you're really limited into Call of Duty adding it or Fallout adding it. You're looking at pre-established IPs adding it, and that's a very different thing to a brand new IP. Apex did it well, but to be fair, Apex, I'm surprised that Apex still as strong as it is. It's been making so many little mistakes, in my opinion, that I'm surprised. Free. Yeah, but even so, yeah, I guess that's probably.
I think that's
if it wasn't
only saving grace.
If it wasn't free, people wouldn't be playing it. No, you're right.
No,
I wouldn't pay £15 for it.
Neither would I. It's not one I want in that regard.
Whereas PUBG, I would.
PUBG's the grown-up BR, isn't it? Without wanting to sound arsey about it, but
I think the better way of looking at it would be it's the more serious toned BR.
Yeah, it's the more serious one. Yeah, out of all of them, the time to kill is very low. 1 or 2. It has some weird bits.
Very,
going on,
very few people turn
through the air.
Very few people turn into skyscrapers.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's true.
No one has ever, while you're in a one-on-one battle with someone, stepped on you with a giant robot.
Nope, they haven't done any of that.
Not yet.
None of that.
I mean, patches are coming.
Yeah, not that quick.
Reworks are happening. There might be giant robots. You never know.
I think PUBG's the classic.
Yeah.
I think it's become the classic, and I think it'll stick.
It should hang around because of that as well.
Yeah, I should think so.
Whereas Fortnite is going to continue to be innovative in its own little way and continue to be its own money-making juggernaut.
Yeah,
I'd love to see a bite taken out of a chunk taken out of the BRs. Not just on streaming, not just on that, but just in general. I'd like to see more variety in games.
Well, I hope that happens. Mixers say they're invested in it. Let's hope that's the truth, eh?
Well, look at traditionally as even if you look at, let's say, the last 4 years, 5 years, say 4 or 5 years, the domination on one game type. There's always one genre. There's always been everyone on streaming was playing League of Legends,
Minecraft,
and then everyone was playing exactly. So everyone, and then everyone was playing. Remember when you couldn't imagine people streaming a game that wasn't a survival game that had zombies or dinosaurs, or you were in a forest with people you weren't sure they were. That was all there was all the time. Everyone was just like, I just want to play a game where I don't have to survive. Just don't have to put wood together and make us up. And
I get that.
And it will, the dominance will definitely shift. And I'm definitely for it going into this more co-op.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, Destiny's co-op, Borderlands is co-op, Gears of War 5 seems entirely co-op. Well, it is entirely co-op and cross-platform, I think. They're looking more at these horde modes, horde and survival and ring event type things. which I think is great, you know, because it's exactly the kind of stuff I like. Get a couple of mates, survive wave after wave of boss, see if
From
you
a
can do
stream
better.
point of view, they couldn't build a better game type for us. The trouble is some games is that the stories are so long, they're so wordy, they're so. I was playing Deliverance.
Kingdom Come.
That's it. Thank you.
That's
Thank
a
you.
wordy game.
That I played that for 3 hours, and I legitimately feel like I had about 15 minutes worth of gameplay, and that's wonderful. If you want to lose yourself into a game and not go out for a weekend and experience from a streaming point of view, or it's us. People are just watching me watch something else, like watching me watch a movie. It's not fun.
That was a very difficult game to stream. You have to excuse me, I'm eating Pringles.
Well, you know, how much through that packet of Pringles are you as a percentage?
There's about 8 Pringles left.
That's about 1%. Okay, yeah, you're doing well. I'm still stuck to my no Pringle rule. I haven't had a single Pringle. I'm Pringle free since.
You're still Pringle free?
Pringle free for what's that? 3 weeks now? 4 weeks?
Yeah, man, rock and roll.
I am killing it. I don't even think I've eaten any other crisps or shit.
Well, I applaud you, sir.
You should do. I had pizza yesterday. Don't applaud too hard. But pizza ain't Pringles. So
it's not.
It's really not.
But we got in October, we got Breakpoint, Ghost Recon Breakpoint coming out.
I'm gonna skip it.
I'm not
skipping it.
But I'm gonna play it with the free trial of the Uplay thing.
Oh, with the Uplay, their new subscription.
They're trying to do a subscription based thing, aren't they? And you can have a month for free trial. I'm gonna play it on that. That's how I'm gonna do that.
I'll probably do the same. But I've got currently got too many subscriptions, and they're adding more subscriptions to my life.
Speaking of which, have you seen the Disney deal? Have you seen what Disney are putting forth?
No.
Okay, so here's what we got. So Disney are going to make Disney Plus, yeah?
Yep. Word up.
All their family-friendly shows are going to be on Disney Plus. So it's only going to be family-friendly. So all their classics, the U-based bits and bobs, all of that sort of stuff. And you know they bought Hulu.
Yes.
The Hulu service and infrastructure is going to be their grown-up movies. So it's going to be your Punisher, Jessica Jones, you know, Dark Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
And probably some of the Avengers movies, I'd imagine. And they've also bought one of the sports networks or something, haven't they? Or they own one of the sports networks. Is it ESPN?
I was going to say, is it ESPN? Yeah.
And they're going, that's obviously going to be sport.
I would imagine so. Yeah. Good. Cool.
Yeah. They're going to do a bit of that sports stuff on the sports channel.
But on the sports channel. That just, I don't know why no one thought of it.
Yeah, why has nobody ever thought of that before? Why doesn't it have, you know? But they're putting the whole thing out as a full package, and it was like nothing. You know, it was less than a Netflix subscription basically.
I do love my Netflix subscription. I do lean into that heavily.
I wonder how that's going to transfer though. Like, I wonder
if we're going to buy it out of it. Oh, you're talking about as in a country? Yeah, I was thinking that when you said about Hulu, because we don't have Hulu here.
Because we don't have Hulu, but if it's a streaming service, surely it can
just
be everywhere.
The problem with Netflix, not really the problem, but the way Netflix works is that we have a Netflix, and America has Netflix, and Denmark has Netflix, and you've all got different Netflix. It's all called Netflix, but you have when I went to Canada,
things are a thing.
Yeah, so when I went to Canada, I was watching shows that on the plane. I came back and I couldn't watch those shows anymore. Like I'd watch, say Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I was watching a series there. When I came back, we was actually a series behind. So you haven't got the same license here. But that is a licensing issue because they hadn't paid for that in this territory. Disney own all their own licenses, so it can be one Disney everywhere without having to consider it.
It can, but they do have to consider that some movies are rated differently in certain films. That's the only thing that's different.
I would think more than that is that, say you've got, say the Avengers, the latest Avengers, you can't put that on your streaming service if you sold it to Sky.
Yeah.
Or to one of the American networks. I guess it's more that's where it comes in, is that if you sell exclusive rights, you can't then stream it yourself.
Yeah.
That might be where it comes in. But if they're selling it themselves, you need to sell licenses.
It's going to be interesting to see how they do with it. I mean,
Disney has so much stuff.
For all three of those things, the Disney Plus package is being set at $6.99 per month.
I love that you're like, for all three of those things, literally you're never going to watch the sports channel. There is very few people in my life that I know.
Absolutely not going to watch the sports channel. But having an entire Disney catalog for my kids,
absolutely, yeah. Not even for your kids. It's like just because it's. I mean, I don't see you curling up with the missus and watching Hannah Montana, but I do see you curling up and watching Little Mermaid.
We watch the Marvel movies, and getting the whole family together to watch, you know, a Disney and Aladdin or something like that is easy. because everybody watches it.
I can
I
see.
think it's a good idea. I hope it transfers well because I like the idea of that sort of stuff. Netflix has quite a lot of fluff on it sometimes,
Yeah, there can be times where it's
but
a little bit.
it's all
This
this is
you
all
got to
new
appeal
world
to
stuff,
everyone.
right?
You got to appeal to everyone, and I'm only gonna like 20% of their stuff because only 20% of their stuff is aimed at me. Like I watched Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle new show yet today.
What's he then? Is he a comedian? Is he?
He's a funny man. Yes, he does funny with his
Oh,
mouth.
I like funny people that do funny with their mouth.
But he is highly offensive in every way someone can be offensive.
I can't imagine why you would like someone like that, Poke.
But he crosses so many lines that I don't like being crossed. I still like him because it's a kind of a closed thing and it's just stupid words, isn't it? But it's like Ricky Gervais. I know you're a big fan of Ricky Gervais.
My God.
I know you are. Some people you can like Ricky Gervais and not agree with the things he says. You can like and find funny his jokes, but not like the jokes. Does that make any sense?
No, but I don't think there's a cleaner way to explain it.
No, I'm struggling with that.
I'm one of these people that if I turn a comedian on and they go after religion or politics within the first few minutes, I generally just turn it off.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle's not for you.
Right, noted.
No, you should
Noted.
you should
No,
watch,
I like it.
you should watch the comedians on the Disney one.
No, I like a comedian like I'm a big fan of old school Billy Connolly. He's incredibly funny to me. Some of the best times of the best laughs I've had in my life have been Billy Connolly's old tapes and stuff.
We're very different people.
Yeah, we are with regards to comedy, but everybody is, right? It's comedies. I don't like offensive comedy. I do like observational story comedy. So like Russell Howard, Billy Connolly.
I like
Michael
Russell
McIntyre.
Howard. Michael McIntyre, I like some of his stuff.
I like Michael McIntyre because he does the parent stuff. And
Yeah,
he
I think
knows about the man draw.
I think that's maybe where he loses me, the parent stuff. It's a little bit specific, and I'm like, okay, I'm sure that's funny if you've got.
But comedy doesn't have to be the same for everybody.
That's true.
It can just be a thing.
We can like different things and be friends.
We can, isn't it a miracle? Who knew that on the internet?
Not Steam password sharing friends, but still friends.
God, I don't share my Steam password, mate. That's not how it works.
Hey, do you remember when you called me your content creator friend?
Yeah.
I'm still not gonna.
live it down.
That's still her. That's still her. This is Poke. He's my content creation friend, not real friend.
God. Okay, I didn't realize that words hurt you so much.
Mate, words are the worst. Honestly, you shouldn't use them anymore.
Shouldn't use them anymore.
Just stop it.
What are you doing for EGX this year? You there all four? Or you just
I live quite close, so I'm there for all four. So I've got a couple of events coming up. We've got at European Games Week next month, which I'm super excited about.
That's Dublin, right?
Yes, it's the first place I've ever been invited to. I normally am invited to leave, but this is a very different event. And then EGX. But yeah, so I'm probably trains being the way they are. If it was a straight line, it'd be a 10-minute train. I have to do an hour. But I'm an hour away, so it's round the corner. So I'll probably just nip in and out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm commuting from Birmingham, so
I'd let you stay with me, but we're not that kind of friends.
We're not that close now. I'm coming with an entourage, mate. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
We've got most of the northern contingent are staying in Birmingham, and then we're taking the train down and back.
Really?
On the day. It's cheaper, like considerably cheaper. I mean, the train down to London is like £12.
But what about all of the after parties? There aren't any after parties at EGX.
There aren't any after parties, are there?
There was that one. I went to one last year. There was an after party last year that I went to with Tink, and we got a little bit drunk. Played the Turtles game, the arcade game. One with the 4 controllers.
Yeah.
We played that from start to finish. Had a hot dog, and left. That was the entire. That was the after party.
Yeah, it's. I'm not, because I don't drink and I'm not out to get drink to drink. I'm not really into that. It's
this
not
year.
my
There's
thing.
Didn't mark my words. I want this on record. No alcohol for EGX. Zero alcohol.
There you go.
I went to the last one. I got so drunk I ruined the 4 days because I had a hangover for 4 days. I drank so much on the first
That'll
day.
definitely ruin it.
That's what happens when you give me free alcohol.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you were at the industry party, weren't
Yeah,
you?
I was so at the industry
First
party.
time we actually existed
Physically,
in the
that's
same
the
space.
first time we met, and I was there with another creator, Nozza, and he came up and you shook hands and you were friendly, and I was thinking, I know this guy is. This guy doesn't know who I am, and I walked away. And then it turns out that you're going to be my friend. Well, not that kind of friend, but sort of friend.
Just a content creator, not
Content
Steam sharing.
creator friends. Oh, the dream. If only we'd have known.
That industry party will always stick in my head because obviously I was having the time of my life. I was working an event.
You were working at the front and I was drinking in the back.
Loving it.
It's exactly the way it should be.
I was having a great time with it. And Bob came in with, I think he was with Banjo, but I'm not sure. But Bob came in and he did a thing that I normally see on a Saturday night when an idiot comes in. Where he walked through the door and then turned around and was like mouthing something to his other person while staring directly at me, which on a Saturday night late at night normally means that the guy's got a bit of a problem and you need to pay attention to him. You know, what it meant in this time was Bob going, I think that was Fen on the front door, but I'm not sure. Which got followed by a Twitter DM going, are you on the front door? I was like, yes.
Is that how it came through?
Yep, that's how it came through. It made me laugh.
We'd met once on stream before. Like I was streaming and you came into my stream once before, which was, I mean, you seem like a nice enough guy, relatively memorable in your way.
Yeah, well, I'm memorable when I'm 6'3", dressed all in black with a giant coat on.
He was quite.
It's an imposing. It's an imposing view,
Okay,
especially when Nos is shorter than I thought he was.
Nos is actually 2'4".
I think there's truth in that.
He sits on like a
booster cushion,
box, like a little crate box thing, like a milk crate.
It was a thing. So I mean, I'm only EGX Saturday, Sunday because parental responsibilities prohibit.
I feel like it's important that you mug off
further
those responsibilities just for.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
Weekend. Well, bring him with you. No, please don't.
No, I don't. I'm not ready for that.
I'm not ready for that.
I've been giving thought to this recently. I think I'm going to take my daughter to a Comic-Con. Birmingham has a big Comic-Con.
Do you know what you should do? Not only should you take her, you should take her and have her cosplay as someone.
Cosplay something.
She will absolutely love it.
I think when she turns like, you know, a little, maybe in a year or two, I think when she's a bit more understanding with it all, I think I'll probably do that.
She'll probably get a little bit of attention, like, oh, look how cute she is, and she needs to be old enough to be ready for that. So maybe you're right.
Exactly that. I think a year or so, and she'll be fine. She'll be 7.
Also, you should dress up. Dude,
really
I know you're not, but you could be. Think of all the
cosplay Marcus Phoenix because he's now my spirit dad.
Marcus Phoenix is from Gears.
Yeah.
Do you know why I know that? Because you said spirit dad, and I remember the tweet of you tweeting that he was your spirit dad. I remember that. I like that.
I only tweet real things. I tweet real things. This is where my head's at right now. I just like the grumpiness. Grumpy old man.
Yeah, I like it.
COD Modern Warfare drops on the 25th
of October.
Yeah, that's gonna be. You know what?
Soon.
As I'm sat right now, I'm skipping it.
COD. No, this is gonna be the good one. Is it gonna be the good one? How many people are making COD? Is there 3 different developers now?
There's two. Is
that only 2 studios? I thought it was 3.
Yeah,
and
they're not gonna change that.
Treyarch and someone else.
No, I think that's it now.
Okay, in which case this is gonna be the good one. You can't skip the good one. Good one, bad one. Good one, bad one.
This COD is leveraged and targeted at the Battlefield market.
Hands down, I think. No,
from what
sure?
I've seen. Yeah, I'm very sure.
They've added
big maps, big battles. They've added vehicles. They've added bullet physics, bullet velocities, projectile speeds. They've added 3 different ways to open a door. You know, you can lead with a flashbang. So it's very tactical, very Battlefield.
I'm gonna skip it. You've sold me.
Well, I'm not sold right now. I mean, it's not really a game that my community is going to get into. It's one of those ones where everyone will get caught up in the hype, but
everyone got into World War II with me though. But no one got into 99% of people who played World War II with me skipped Black Ops 4.
That makes sense though, right? Because some people really liked World War II because it was ultra realistic.
Yeah, it was boots on the ground.
You know? Yeah, and you couldn't fly. Well, that's what this one's meant to be. There's nothing odd about it, but
big maps, and I don't like Battlefield. Otherwise, I'd play Battlefield.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I go with it. So I think I'm gonna at least skip it on release.
I mean, it's got plenty of other things to play around.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have Destiny, Borderlands, and Breakpoint all tucked in there quite happily.
And that's if you've done with Gears by then.
And that's
which
if
you may well not be.
Yeah, I mean, Gears is being promoted heavily. It's a huge franchise. You know, we're gonna have to see.
When's the next Halo game coming out? Is that next gen?
That's next gen, yeah. I think that's winter next year, I think. Yeah, winter 20, I think. The Jedi game. What's it called?
Whatever it's called, something Fallen. Yes, I know the one.
Yeah, I can't remember.
With the Joker in it. I want it.
With a Joker in it?
What? Yeah, the guy who plays the Joker in
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order. I said Order. Fallen something. I was right.
Yeah, you're right.
The guy who plays the Joker in Gotham is the Jedi. Yeah,
did not know.
And he's I like him. He's a good actor. I can't think of his name. Something Monaghan, Irish name.
I'll go with you.
I know nothing. Have you noticed these podcasts? I literally are winging my way. You bring like stats and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's the Fallen something with Monaghan Man in it.
Well, that works for mine. Let's roll with it. But that's that's coming out single player only. Huge move.
I'm okay with that. We've got you've got Battlefront if you want to go and play a multiplayer Star Wars game.
A multiplayer game, yeah. So it's a single player story. So I don't usually play Star Wars games, but I am going to play this one. I am going to look at it and play it because I have a lot of Star Wars fans in my community, and it's one of those games. It's coming to PC. I like my PC games, so I think this one's a bit of a no-brainer.
I am on the record multiple times with stating how much I think Star Wars movies from Episode 4 are all terrible movies. So I've been very vocal about it over the years, but I still give a go of them every time they come out. I'm definitely going to be playing this one when the TV shows come out. When Mandalorian comes out, I'm still going to watch those.
I just want it to be I'm in for a good single player story, and Star Wars does still normally have a good story, you know.
It's going to be epic. They've clearly put some money into this.
Well, it's developed by Respawn. So it's developed by the people that do Apex Legends.
So gunplay should be good, or whatever version of.
So with the action side, the action side should be really good, right? It's supposed to be very reactive, saber fighting as well. So I hope that's the case. Let's see. It does come under the publisher EA, which
EA are the devil, but I don't hate them.
I hope
they're a weird one.
I hope they've learned that you can't just put out a Star Wars game and hammer it with DLC and hope for the best.
Well, I was going to say there's going to be very limited opportunity for them to put transactions in, and then you said DLC, and I realized how wrong I was.
Yeah, they can just do it with a straight DLC system, which is what we're starting to see again in games now. Hunt Showdown have just done it. Cosmetic DLC packs, not microtransaction, £8 bolt-on packs that give you quite a few costumes and the like in them. A lot like Fortnite do with the skin backpack pickaxe bundles.
You've got Dead by Daylight is
they do
releasing
thing,
like £6.50 for a bad guy, just one bad guy.
Yeah,
I think the bad guy comes with a map, so you get a map and you get a bad guy, and that's a lot of money for very little.
Yeah, but that's the monetization system. But
that's
I
how they keep it going.
Prefer that as long as it doesn't split communities. I'm quite happy with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I guess you can.
I don't like it when they map pack to
like COD,
like COD did. Where they split the community horrendously unless you were on the map pack, which meant that if you were coming to it a bit late, you had to buy 3 or 4 map packs, otherwise you couldn't play half the game.
Destiny is a bit of can be accused of that a little bit, but then they do tend to like release a DLC that comes with then everything behind it. Like they'll release the Forsaken and you'll get all the DLC, and this Shadow Keep comes with everything that came before it. So you've not got to go and buy the segments in between. It does.
I don't think it comes with Forsaken.
Is it not?
From what I'm hearing, it doesn't come with Forsaken. They're not going with that system anymore for Destiny. They're going to go to a modular DLC system where no content is pay gated.
How are they gonna do the caps, the level caps? So if I don't say I've got Destiny, which I have now, and I don't have Shadow Keep, so if I don't buy it, then the level cap jumps up. It's like 750 a moment. Say it jumps up to 900.
There's no cap on level. There's no cap on light anymore.
What do you mean there's no cap on light? Then someone could be a million.
No cap on light.
Someone could be a million.
What they're doing is you can't, but you can get over 1,000. What they're gonna do, right? Yeah, but this is how they're gonna do it. Every season, so Season of Opulence has just come out, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
There would be a thing called a seasonal artifact. You get that artifact, you level the artifact, and that's where your light comes from. That's where your boosted power level comes from.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then at the end of that season, that artifact goes away.
Okay, so if I don't buy the Shadow Keep, I don't get the artifact, so I am then never going to be as leveled as someone who's got the DLC.
As far as I know, yeah, but I don't really know how. They haven't explained the modular DLC system yet. But their idea was you don't need to buy Forsaken stuff or any of the old DLC if you don't want to, but you probably can't access those areas. That's what I guess. But I don't know. We'll have to see. They've got a plan.
Well, I mean, you got to put some faith in them. They know what they're doing.
I've got to put some faith in them that they have the interest of the game at heart now. Yeah, I definitely feel that from them. They seem to care. You know, I mean, Luke Smith put out like 3 10,000-word documents, didn't he?
They've always seemed to care. I just feel like they've had their hands tied a little bit for a while in a deal that was maybe ill-conceived.
Yeah, they've always cared, but they've not been allowed to care. That's
not been allowed to act on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I see that. So yeah, I think Destiny's looking interesting. Jedi will it's going to have some form of DLC, but that's kind of okay.
But the main story is going to be, I hope, the main story is going to be complete.
Yeah.
And then the DLC will add to it. You would hope that it's going to be complete. So either you could opt into the DLC or not. You wouldn't have to get it. So there's going to be that. Single player ones are a little bit different with the way that they can monetize. And if the game's good enough, then you're going to want to pay extra to get extra story.
Yeah.
As long as they've not shortened the story or shortened the experience to make DLC, which others have done in the past.
Yes, we've seen that done before. Yeah, wasn't that Call of Duty that was first told they were doing that? The DLC on the disc stuff.
Yeah.
Where all the DLC was already on the disc, and then they just time gated it, didn't they?
Yeah.
That went down well, I'm sure.
You could argue that it's a different team works on the DLC, but realistically, I don't buy any of that. It's you should have put it, if it's done on release, it's done. DLC is stuff that you create afterwards. Or
one of the things that Destiny have said, which I picked up from their developer thing this week, is and from Fireteam podcast that I've just started listening to, is that they've said that the cosmetics they sell in their Eververse shop is being directly recycled into dev time for DLC and things like that.
Okay.
So that could be kind of interesting, right? Because apparently they've done it before. They did like a crowdsourced event where if people bought this item, it would translate into, a piece of content being released or something like that because they had the dev time to do it. Something like that kind of idea. I thought that was a cool way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
As long as it's fairly transparent about where it's all going.
It'll never be transparent.
Well,
it won't be, but it can't be transparent. It probably wouldn't be good to be transparent because you'd be like, say they make $1 million in this microtransactions through the Eververse store, and then they create a DLC that's 4 hours long, and then they make $1 million and then release one that's 3 hours long. It's only asking for an attack on, well, we paid the same, why aren't we getting the same? Or we put more hours in, why are you not? It just, because development time is complicated. You spend 100 hours, 1,000 hours, whatever it is, developing a section of a game. 2 different sets of people creating 2 different sections of the game create different lengths and different qualities. It's not equatable. It's not a like for like.
Yeah, I can see that.
That might be tricky. But
it'll be interesting to see what they come out with it.
Get out what you put in is definitely a positive.
Definitely a thing.
Yeah.
And then there's only one more. There's only one more release that's big for me that year, which is towards the end of November, 22nd, is Doom Eternal. I know you're not a Doom fan, but
hard pass.
I'm in for that. I'm in for that. Love me some Doom.
No, I'll pass.
Yep, I don't blame you for that.
Strongly on that.
But that's it. And then December's a complete relax month.
Well, December, there's not a lot coming out in December because it all comes out in November to get
it all comes out in
the
November,
Christmas rush. Yeah.
Then February, right? January, February.
Yeah, I think that makes sense that they would release stuff in November for the Christmas rush, and then they would wait January because you've got the sales rush, and then February is the new season.
Yeah, and then the big month is March.
And then you're looking at spring, which is March. Yeah.
Got big stuff in March.
Oh man, Kerbal 2's coming out in March. Well, spring, so I'm hoping March. I'm hoping the early part of spring.
Thing.
Kerbal was a great game. Did you ever play Kerbal Space Program?
No, those type of games, I always want to play them, and then I don't play them.
I never want to play them, and they're not for me. And then I find out I've spent 200 hours in them. Like, I don't... Like, if you said to... All right, we've got this realistic physics-based rocket game where you're going to create a rocket that's going to fail 100 times to try to get to the moon, and then when you get there, you're going to fail another 100 times. Go and enjoy it. There's no way. You couldn't pay me to play it. But there's something about it. It hooks me, and
really chirpy.
The silliness and the seriousness combined it just works for me.
Well, March is the next. I mean, there's a big one coming out in March for me called Gods and Monsters. Did you see that at E3?
Mm-hmm. That's the one with all the mythology.
Yeah, straight up Greek mythology. So that one crawls right up my arse and uses me like a puppet. It's exactly my kind of game.
Wow. I chucked that wow in on behalf of everyone who just heard what you said.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Wow, collective wow.
Mm-hmm. So what else we got in March? Watch Dogs Legion.
Watch Dogs Legion is going to be a big one. If they can deliver on their promises, I'm excited about this.
Yeah, same. So Rainbow Six Quarantine's also due. That was their 3-player co-op, wasn't it?
Yes.
That one looks. Where are you with these? All these 3-player co-ops. You think they're good? I
don't like 3 players.
3 players is awful.
I like 2 players or I like 4 players. I don't. Where's this 3-player crap come from? Apex, Destiny. I have 3 friends or I have 1 friend. I don't have 2 other friends. I have 1 friend sat out or 1 gap.
Definitely weird. Yeah.
I don't know why my life lives that way. That is I only have work in even numbers, but
in the early days of co-op, everything was 4s.
Exactly.
Left 4 Dead was 4.
Yep.
Left
Borderlands.
4 Dead was 4. Borderlands was 4.
Because it made
Teenage Mutant
sense.
Ninja Turtles was all 4.
It was 4 exactly.
I prefer duos and quads. I like that idea. You've either got a
Yes.
duo or you got a quad. Don't give me much else. In between.
PUBG was all duos and squads of 4.
Yeah,
It just makes sense. I don't know what the psychology behind it making sense is, but I don't have to justify it. 4, please.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. Then May's got this Marvel game. Did you see any of this from Gamescom? The first gameplay trailer?
Weirdly, I'm looking at. They gave a 19-minute gameplay demo reveal.
I did, yeah.
According to the website that I'm not looking at right now.
Good old Gamescom.
Good old Gamescom.
I'm
excited about it.
It looked pretty damn good. It looked like they'd done pretty good with it.
It's a Marvel game being released post Spider-Man. It needs to be good, and
especially with Spider-Man being put in the grave.
Well, you look.
Now.
Oh yeah, I mean separately. I meant after the Insomniac Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the second highest selling game on PlayStation. It might be the second highest exclusive.
I thought it had gone to the first. But...
It might be. It might have got. I think it's behind one of the Uncharted games. Is that Uncharted 4?
Could be. Uncharted 4 was huge.
But I think it's like 2 million below, which sounds like a lot below. But I think it's like 12 million to 14 million, and the next one down is like 10 million. So it's significantly up there. So there's money to be made if you make the game properly. And Sony bought Insomniac. It's like they've not only have they got a game that was that good, they've got a game that will spawn multiple sequels that are going to be that good. If Marvel nail this Avengers game, then there's so many spin-off characters. There's so many spin-off Avengers games in the future. But then you get a 4 game, you get an Iron Man game. You got like they all then split off into their own game, and then they do to gaming what they did to movies, and then they make more billions.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting shout because it looks like it's got a heck of a lot of replayability to it as well, which is huge. That's coming out May 15th. The other big thing that comes out early next year is Cyberpunk. That's apparently due April 16th, 2020. But CG Projekt Red, of course, are famous for the. When I'm ready.
Push it back.
Yeah, it'll be out when I'm ready.
Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Let's not get it released early.
I'm fine with that.
Do we have? I don't know if there is any sort of dates on Death Stranding. Did that come out? Is there a date on that yet?
I'm pretty sure that's meant to be this year.
This year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's meant to be this year. But
that's the weirdest game. Like, I know it's the weirdest game. Everyone knows it's the weirdest game. But what I mean by it being the weirdest game is that I desperately want this game. I don't know why.
The initial release date listed on Google is the 8th of November.
It looks fairly polished.
Yeah, PlayStation 4 exclusive, standard Kojima. He's a fan of that. Some of the weirdest characters I think I've ever seen, which is incredible to me.
What's that game about? Does anyone know yet? It looks like you're a delivery man with a baby. You're a single dad delivery man.
Not quite. So the baby's not yours.
What? I'm a baby thief delivery man. My baby delivery man.
Nope. The baby's nothing to do with you're not delivering the baby.
It's not part of the story. Just as a baby, but we don't talk about it.
It is, but here you go. Right. So here's how I understand Death Stranding from the Gamescom footage, which was the first almost gameplay footage we've seen.
I watched this footage. I'm interested to see what you took that I didn't.
Okay. So the opening scene is the guy stands up, pees on the floor, and grows a mushroom.
He was sleepy and he had mushroom pee. Yes.
Yeah. So he wakes up and he pees. Now, I think the sleeping was a rest mechanic. I think it's a heavy RPG / almost survival type. In that regard, you've got to sleep and look after your body.
When he peed, he had a pee volume amount.
Yeah.
So he was carrying X amount of pee that he needed to not be inside of him anymore.
Needed to not be carrying.
Yeah. So he had to evacuate the pee, which is a weird little thing in itself, anyway.
Well, that's the bit that I think makes it. I think you're supposed to get attached to this character.
I'm already
really
attached
supposed to.
He was in Gossip. I loved it.
Well, there you go. Then he goes. The baby is your connection to the other world, the other side, which is where the ghosts live.
It's ghosts.
It's where the ghosts live.
I don't know if there's ghosts.
When they
a ghost baby.
Yeah, there's a ghost baby.
It's a ghost baby, or there is a ghost baby.
No, there is a ghost baby.
But that's not what he was carrying. He was carrying a non-ghost baby.
No, he's carrying a non-ghost baby that was cut from the womb of a brain-dead mother that's held in a hospital. And you find that out in the gameplay, right? Because you meet Mama.
Obviously, that was just I assumed.
So
before I even saw
you meet Mama, who can't leave the garage that she's in because her baby was born on the other side, and it's attached to her with an umbilical cord and floating around in the room above her, so she can't leave. and the baby that character Chappie's carrying, you know, the protagonist is carrying, is like the intercom to talk to that side of the world.
Wait. The baby's an intercom.
Yeah, the baby's basically an intercom. That's what I think. The baby's an intercom.
Is Ghost Baby and not Ghost Baby the same baby on different astral planes?
No, different babies, but
They're different babies.
Babies can see into the other side.
So how do
babies are the link. That's what I took from it.
Tap out the message on their toes. How do you communicate through baby?
Well, that's why I think he's attached to the guy. I guess it kind of somehow feeds through to him so that he can do it. But
so
I
why
don't
is the
really
guy
know.
a delivery man?
That's the bit I couldn't work out. But
That's the bit you couldn't work out.
Well, I don't think he's a delivery guy. I think
he delivered a thing, and it said at the end of the delivery thing, where he went and delivered it to the man. It said, "There's a new delivery option. Do you want to take it?" He's a delivery man. He's a postman.
You deliver to build reputation. To build reputation.
I think he's a post-apocalyptic baby deliverer.
I don't think it's anything to do with the baby. I think you get a quest to go to A, pick up a load of stuff, take it to this delivery point and drop it off. I think there could be quests.
That does sound very video game style. That sounds like you described a video game right then.
Well, I think the basic RPG elements are going to be the same as all other basic RPG elements. It was described
as a social strand something genre.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's added the word strand. Well, he's the one who, I mean, he coined tactical espionage.
He did. He's the one
and we use that. Yeah, we use that. It's a term. It's a proper term. This is going to stick. Social strand. So I don't understand the social side of it unless this is an MMO where but then are we all Norman readers? Maybe we're all the baby.
Maybe we're all the baby. Yeah.
I don't know.
But, I mean, you know, some of the characters in this game, mate. You've got a robot guy that walks around. I can't remember his name, but he walks around and chats to you while you recharge your baby overnight because you've got to put your phone on charge.
I'll put your baby on charge.
And then you've got Mama, who's the one with the ghost baby. You know, the baby on the other side. Then you've got this.
And then you got the ghost baby.
Then you got the ghost baby itself. Then your baby that you've got to keep calm and cool.
I saw it cry.
Sure he's all right.
You landed on it face first.
Because you belly button it. Then there's this guy with the pacemaker. Have you come across him? His
name is 27 minute.
21 minute man.
21 minute man. That's it.
Yeah. Every 21 minutes he dies, and the pacemaker on his the defibrillator on his chair rig brings him back to life, but it takes 3 minutes to cycle up and do it. So every 21 minutes he dies for 3 minutes and then comes back to life.
But maybe the social side, you hear social side, you assume MMO, you assume other players. But just because you're social doesn't mean you're social with humans. Maybe you're social with all of these.
The dead.
All of these characters. Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I want it. You've made no sense. You've been talking nonsense for 5 minutes now, and yet somehow you've made me want to play it even more than I did before.
And you know what? That's exactly where I'm at with it.
I don't know how you made me want to play it more.
It's one of these games that I look at it and you're like, I want it, and I don't know why.
I want it, and I know I'm gonna hate it, but I still want it. I don't know what that is about.
I mean, he said that he's going to show more at Tokyo Games Show. Yeah, I don't know when that is.
I don't know if I want to know anymore. I might like Man and Madan. I saw that I wanted it, and I completely switched off of everything. Completely cut everything out. Didn't look at any trailers. Didn't look at any reviews. Didn't go and sit and play it on. Didn't do anything. Maybe I want to do that with this.
Just to give some hot dates, Tokyo Game Show is Thursday the 12th. The 15th of September. So if you did want to see
I've got a couple of weeks to decide whether or not I want to go dark on it. But I think I might want to shut off because then everything's so like you've already told me stuff then that I didn't already know that maybe I wish I didn't know.
Well, it's got a lot of cameos in it,
floating babies
from celebrities and stuff. Because there's been a lot of people been in motion tracked and stuff, including the guy that was the host at Gamescom. Yeah. He was one.
Using it,
so it's going to be into it. But I'll tell you, there's been a lot of crossover this year with games and celebrities, which is good, right?
Mate, there's been a lot of crossovers between games and Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator. He seems to be in everything.
New Terminator movie's coming out, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's going to be awful. It's going to be awful.
Is it going to be awful? The new Terminator movie?
It's going to be awful. I mean,
why not? Why is it going to be awful? Why? Why are you so negative about it? It might be amazing.
Because, yeah, okay, you cling to that.
It might be amazing. The last couple have been JD.
Yeah, they've all been awful.
The last one that was good was number 2.
Yeah, and then they went downhill.
So they're due a good one.
Could cling to that. We'll see. Maybe it's good. Maybe we'll just get more crossovers. We'll have to see.
Maybe.
Right. Okay. Last bit that I have is Telltale Games.
Telltale
is
Games.
apparently coming back to life.
I know a little bit about this.
Go on. What do
You
you
ready? You know how I know nothing about anything?
Right.
I've looked this up. I was reading about it because Telltale's is a developer that I am interested in because I love the Telltale games. I think they were great. You've got the Walking Dead games, and then you've got. Did you ever play The Wolf Among Us?
No, it's on my list.
Play The Wolf Among Us. What is wrong with you? It's such a. It's.
I don't have time.
Don't care. Make time.
I can't.
It's Fables, man. Fables are great. And I didn't play some of the later ones. I didn't play Batman. And I think it's probably that's part of the problem is that I didn't play Batman. I didn't play Guardians of the Galaxy. But they were really, really good style games. And they were really, the earlier ones were really well made. And I think the trouble is they got under too much with crunch. And there was reports of them having weeks to develop episodes in opposed to longer times as they normally would have. Mm-hmm. And obviously it's gone down. This new company that has bought the Telltale Games name hasn't bought everything that you think that they've bought. So you hear that they bought, you're just going to release it. Oh, they haven't got The Walking Dead. That license passed back to Sky something.
Oh wow!
So they haven't got The Walking Dead. They haven't got any of the Marvel IPs.
The Walking Dead was bought outright as an IP, wasn't it?
Yeah, The Walking Dead it's reverted. It's they don't own it, so they can't make any more Walking Dead games. They can't make any more Marvel games. They can't make any more Minecraft games. That's their 3 biggest IP straight away. They've still got the license to some of the DC games, to my understanding. So basically, they've bought Telltale Games, hoping that the weight of it being called a Telltale game is going to be enough. Again, I'm slightly off on maybe being specific, but I'm pretty sure none of the creative team have been brought in. But certainly not the lead creative. So anyone who was making these Walking Dead games and the games that people loved, that were really into, they're not involved in it anymore. So there's some of the sort of support staff and management staff I think have come through into the new company, but none of the creative people. So it's going to
sound like they're setting themselves up.
So they're going to be working on older and original IPs. So you got things like Sam and Max, I would think, is going to be there. But when was the last time you really thought, oh, Sam and Max game?
Yeah, that's not really my style.
No. And so I don't think it's going to be what it is. They're going to be trading off a name which is seeming like a fairly hollow. Are you not really impressed that I know my stuff on this?
I am impressed. Yeah.
I never know anything.
No, but you do know things. Things are known.
Yeah, indeed. Occasionally I research. So yeah, so it's gonna be basically trading off the fact that they will release a new Telltale style game, which you were gonna buy based off of thinking it's gonna be an old style Telltale game.
And then it's probably not gonna hold after that point.
If you look at the demise of them anyway, I was reading that when they released Batman, I think it was 1.5 million people were watching it on. 1.5 might be 15 million. So 15 million, I might be off on that. One of those two, which is a small margin of error. We're watching it on YouTube, but 250,000 people bought it. So it's like the people were willing to watch it, but no one was buying it really.
That's the problem with that kind of game.
Once you've watched it, there's no point in.
You don't need to exist anymore.
There's no point in playing it because you've already spoiled the story.
Do you know what I think the key is?
Not letting streamers play it. Stupid streamers ruining everything.
Interactivity. Make interactive vote systems that can work on Mixer and Twitch. Let the audience get involved. That's how I think those story games.
But they have that. They have that. Telltale Games had websites for that.
Yeah, but no, I don't mean on a website. I mean integrate the stuff into the streaming platforms. It can be done on Twitch, but we know it can be done on Mixer.
But that's not going to be. Is that going to push their sales enough to be warranted? It'll push viewership up massively. But it won't, you don't want to sell to streamers. Yeah, you don't want to sell to streamers. You want to sell to viewers. There's a million times more.
Yeah, but like you said, once the story's done, the story's done. You know.
Yeah, if I managed to show, it's like the Avengers movie, the latest Avengers movie. If I had that on DVD and come and we watched it in your house, right? And then the next
I'm
day,
not going to buy the Avengers movie.
The next day, you're not going to go to the cinema and watch it.
Yeah,
you're not going to go to the movies. So it's the same effect. So it's really a problem with that sort of game. But if Telltale are suffering from it, why are Until Dawn not suffering from it? Why is any story arc based game not suffering the same levels?
Yeah, I genuinely don't know.
Baffling, really.
Curious, isn't it?
People are weird.
People are very weird. Right, I'm going to bed.
It is time.
It is time. I'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.